Hi, my name is Annie, and welcome to the Walking Word, where we go through the Bible in a year as part of discipling. In order for you to finish the Bible in a year, you need to read a minimum of 5 chapters a day, and I can assure you, you will finish in no time. We are now reading from the book of Exodus, and mine is just to walk alongside you as you're reading. I'm personally reading from the New American Bible Version, but you can read from any. My favorite is the New King James and also the King James Version, but that sometimes can be a bit a task for beginners, and therefore that's why we're doing with the New American Bible. But please, you can read in any version. Let's just go together. Exodus chapter 13, consecration of the firstborn. The Lord spoke to Moses and said, consecrate to me every firstborn that opens the womb among the Israelites, both of man and beast, for it belongs to me. And remember, it is through Abraham that all the nations of the world will be blessed. This is why, as a Christian and as a believer, you must always consecrate your firstborn to God. That is God's baby, not your baby. That is God's baby, not your baby. Okay. Moses said to the people, remember this day on which you came out of Egypt, that place of slavery. It was with a strong hand that the Lord brought you away. Nothing made with leaven must be eaten. This day of your departure in this month of Abib, so that month they called it Abib. Therefore, it is in the month that you must celebrate this rite after the Lord your God has brought you to the land of the Canaanites, Hittites, Amorites, Hivites, Jebusites, which he swore to your fathers he will give to you, a land flowing milk and honey. For 7 days you shall eat unleavened bread, and the seventh day shall also be a festival to the Lord. Only unleavened bread may be eaten during these 7 days, no leaven and nothing leavened. So nothing with yeast, nothing fermented may be found in all of your territory. So anything that tends to have fermentation in holy days is not good. FYI, generally alcohol, because that's leavened barley or leavened grapes, or so. Just saying, take note. Mhm. Only unleavened bread may be eaten during the 7 days. No leaven and nothing leaven may be found in all your territory. Leave alone eating; it should not be found in your territory. On this day you shall explain to your son, because of this is because of what the Lord did for me when I came out of Egypt. It shall be a sign on your hand and as a reminder on your forehead. Thus the law of the Lord will be on your lips, because with a strong hand the Lord brought you out of Egypt. Therefore you shall keep the prescribed rite at its appointed time from year to year. When the Lord your God has brought you into the land of the Canaanites, which he swore to you and your forefathers, he will give you. You shall dedicate to the Lord every son that opens the womb, every son that opens the womb, and all the male firstlings of your animals shall belong to the Lord. The firstborn of an ass you shall redeem with a sheep. If you do not redeem it, you shall break its neck. Every firstborn son you must redeem. If your son should ask later on, what does this mean? You shall tell him, with a strong hand the Lord brought us out of Egypt, that place of slavery, when Pharaoh stubbornly refused to let us go. The Lord killed every firstborn in the land of Egypt, every firstborn of man and of beast. This is why I sacrifice to the Lord everything of the male sex that opens the womb, and why I redeem every firstborn of my sons. Let this then be a sign on your hand and as a pendant on your forehead. With a strong hand, the Lord brought us out of Egypt. Now they're walking towards the Red Sea. Now then, Pharaoh let the people go. God did not lead them by way of the Philistines' land. Though this was the nearest. For he thought, should the people see that they would have to fight, they might change their minds and return to Egypt. So God understands, yeah, Israelites have lived in slavery for so long, now telling them to fight if they come across Philistines. And you remember they've always had beef with Philistines. So instead, he routed them toward the Red Sea by the desert road. In battle array, the Israelites marched out of Egypt. In battle style, basically. Yeah. Moses also took Joseph's bones. You remember the promise, uh, the request Joseph made years and years ago, that, I mean, 400 years ago, Joseph asked, please, when the Israel time comes and we are leaving, do not leave my bones in Egypt. Take my bones with you and go bury me in the land of my forefathers. So Moses also took Joseph's bones along, for Joseph had made the Israelites swear solemnly that when God should come to them, they would carry his bones away with them. Setting out from Succoth, they camped at Etham, near the edge of the desert. The Lord preceded them in the daytime by means of a column of cloud to show them the way, and at night by means of a column of fire to give them light. Thus they could travel both day and night. Neither the column of cloud by day nor the column by fire by night ever left its place in front of the people. Ever throughout the journey, never left their sight. So, in every journey that God sets you on, and maybe this will just encourage someone, do not be scared. He's leading you by cloud by day and by fire at night. He will always be there for everything he has willed for you, and you're doing it. We continue in chapter 14.